let's talk about Anthem and the biggest mistake that it did that still pisses me off weeks after this game has come out. Now, why am I talking about Anthem again today? I'm sure you guys have all seen the level-headed article coming from Jason Schreier going into what went wrong with Anthem. Many other YouTubers like Young Yao have covered this, Layman Gaming have covered this in a very funny and well-structured manner. But that's not me, guys. I'm just a passionate gamer. I played this game for hours. I am the guy who gets freaking Dark Souls figurines from their friends for gifts for Christmas and holidays because they know I'm a gamer and I like collecting cool things like this. That's who I am. I'm just a guy here who want to rant because this is just a situation that I want nobody in my audience who might later on in life become game developers or work in the gaming industry, because I'm sure many of you guys are very passionate about the gaming industry, and I know some of you guys are the younger side and some of you guys are in college right now, and some of you guys might end up going into a gaming studio like Bioware, like Rockstar, or any other, and might be thinking of doing what Anthem did, and you need to not do the challenge of the legionnaires. Let me explain you why this pisses me off so much. So for people who don't know, the challenge of the legionnaires was a mission in Anthem, and this mission was basically a grind fest to pad out the game time. Now let me explain what you had to do. Once you got to this mission, the story component of the game stopped. They said go into the free play mode, kill 15 people melee, kill a bunch of this type of enemies, do world events, collect a bunch of flowers and harvest the stuff from the flowers. You know, do a bunch of menial side tasks that have nothing to do with the overall story of the game. Do that 4 times to go to these tombs. When you go to these tombs, you just go into this room, you click on the button, you walk right back out. If you guys remember Halo 5, where people were like, what was it, Halo 5? Whatever. One of the Halos people were always complaining is just like you kill a bunch of enemies, you click a button, you move on. Like, it was just very formulaic like that, and people clearly saw why it wasn't fun. It's not that in video games just going killing a bunch of enemies to click a button is not a bad, is a inherently bad thing, but sometimes it makes it very obvious to the player that it makes it not fun. There was even a meme in Destiny 1 where you have to kill a bunch of enemies, go give your ghost to scan things, then a bunch of enemies spawn. You have to break that cycle up for gamers to be entertained. I hope you guys are understanding what I'm saying right here. But here's the big problem with the challenge of the legionnaire. This thing took hours, up to 5 hours some people had to spend before the day 1 patch of the game came out to finish this mission. Now I'm gonna get to the whole overall point why this is pissing me off and why am I bringing it up again now. But it took up to 5 hours. When the game came out on day 1, then they had a day 1 patch that made it so that some of the information started tracking retroactively. So if you kill 15 people with melee per se, before it would track that, so once you get to this mission, some of that stuff would be done already. So it would be a little less time for you to spend in the free roam area to go ahead and unlock the next segment of the main story mission. Many people at this point, if you play through half of the game, you want to know what the hell happens to the rest of Anthem's story, because in the end, I still, to this day, I still say Anthem's story is still better than like a Destiny. At least it has a beginning and an end. It has a concise beginning and middle. It's not a great story. It's still better than most looter shooters. Better than Division. Better than Destiny 1 and 2. Don't know about Division 2 because I haven't played the Division 2 yet. Division 2 story could be great. I haven't played through the whole story, I should say. I have played it. Now back on track, right? So this story mission, well, this mission was to pad out game time between 1 to 5 hours of your time wasted doing menial side activities. I went ahead and tweeted the developer and let them know they need to take this out of the game because it's having people like my friend who are hardcore Bioware fans to go ahead and literally put down your game. He doesn't want to play your game anymore after spending $60. He wants to get through your story, but this side activity is wasting his time. This was more of a problem for him than even the loot situation, right? He couldn't even get to the end game to experience all the problems you get with loot. Now, why is this coming back up today? Why am I bringing this stupid thing up today? Well, with Jason Schreier's recent article, right? What actually happened was one of the developers told Jason Schreier that mission was purposeful. They purposely put this grindy, padded out mission into their game to pad out the game time. In fact, you know what? Before let's stop showing you guys Anthem gameplay. Let's show you some Borderlands gameplay. Let's show you actually a good game. Here's me and my friends playing Borderlands together, doing a story mission in the DLC. This is a good game. Go mess around with Moxie. Go play a good game, alright guys? Go do that instead of Anthem. But anyways, they put this into the story on purposely to pad out the length of the game to keep people playing. And I was just like, wait, seriously? That's what you did? Like, I thought it was a mistake. I tweeted the developers because I was just like, this is just one of the worst design. I even said it in the tweet. You guys go on my Twitter. Go back to April 2nd, whatever the game came out officially, whenever the real release date was. I don't know. There were so many release dates for this game. It's annoying. Whenever the real release date, go back to, I said like, I hope this is not on purpose because I'm like, this is just crazy. And to hear that they actually had time gates, meaning like you go open one tomb an hour from now, you open another tomb 5 hours from now, all types of stuff to just make the mission more grindy and longer to pad out story time. Now, why is this pissing me off more than the loot? Why is this pissing me off more than even sometimes like loot boxes and stuff? This is just a concept I absolutely hate in video game industry. I hate this padding type content. I just absolutely hate when you have a main story and people are playing the main story, going through the main story, to suddenly have to go ahead and go pick up flowers, kill a bunch of random enemies that have nothing to do with the story just to pad out the game time. It's so obvious. It's not creative. And if you're gonna do it, and here's a key word, you're going to do it. Because all games try to pad their time out in some form or another. But it's not necessarily a bad thing. You have to be creative about it. If these thousands of legionnaires were actually missions when you got into these tombs, you had a whole entire dungeon with a big ass boss that gave you a legendary enemy. If it was actually something worth your time and worth your effort, then it doesn't feel like padding. And that's what I'm here to get. I'm here to talk to my younger audience, or even the old cats in here who might think to go back to school for programming and become a developer. Just think about padding out your game. It's not a smart thing unless it's entertaining. And that mission was so unentertaining. It made somebody who spend their hard-earned cash. This person goes to work every single day. They buy food for their family. They pay their rent. They pay their bills, the student loans. They spent their money to buy your game. And you're going to put in this entertaining, boring crap just so you can extend the length of your game? Don't do that. That's almost worse than loot boxes. And hear me out why I say this. For loot boxes, you could choose not to open up loot boxes in game. Shadow of War, a game people were saying like the loot boxes are outrageous. You need to open up loot boxes to beat the game. No, you don't. Play the game on easy. Play the game on normal. Play the game on hard. I played that game without ever buying no stupid loot boxes. Star Wars Battlefront 2. I just didn't buy the game. That was over the line for me. I can't be playing your pay-to-win loot boxes thing. I just didn't buy your game. So there's options where, situation where like loot boxes, I could just be like, oh, I'll just nope out. I'm like, okay, good, I won't buy a game. But nobody wants to buy a game and then freaking something like halfway through the game, now you realize, wait, well, what happened here? What's going on here? Why am I suddenly grinding for stupid things I don't care about? Why am I not having fun with like a game like Borderlands throughout the whole entire thing? It's pretty entertaining. Even if there is something that's grindy, as long as it's entertaining and it masses you, you as a gamer don't want to realize what the developer is doing. I'm just ranting, man. This is, like I said, guys, I am not Young Yao, I'm not Layman Game, and I'm not Jason Schreier. I just hate seeing stuff like this in the video game industry. It bugs the heck out of me. And I just hate hearing that they really put it in on purpose, and they had it even worse where they're going to put time gates on it to make it even longer. Why? Having your game be a longer runtime doesn't necessarily make your game better. This is one of the problems I have with the recent Assassin's Creed games. They're so in love with filling the map with a bunch of side activities, a bunch of crap, and they just don't focus well enough on the core story and the core combat of these games to make them what I want. I know some people love Odyssey. I know people love these Origins. Me and my friends all Assassin's Creed fans have dropped off immensely with all this padded out extra stuff they've added to the franchise. It's not what we want. It's the same problem happened with Watch Dogs 1, other than the main character Aiden being completely boring. There's a lot of extra stuff gaming developers love putting in games to make it feel like there's a lot of entertainment to have outside of the main core concept, but a lot of times they put this extra stuff in, they're not making the core game better along the line, or they're taking resources, or they're just not building enough core story where it's just like, oh, well, the core stuff is great, this extra stuff is just extra great. It's a Rockstar mentality. They see Rockstar do it. They make a great core story-based game, and they have all these side activities could do as well. But some gaming developers, you can't, because you just don't have the funds of Rockstar's. I'm just being blunt out there. People don't have the money that Rockstar has to do the core great single player title and or multiplayer title if it's co-op or whatever, and then who have the side activities on the side. It's a hard thing to do. The live service stuff that Bungie and Activision did with Destiny 1 and then into Destiny 2, that is a hard thing to do, to be a full single player title if you want to play the whole story through single player, and then go ahead with the open world type stuff after the fact with the end game, the raids. All that takes a massive amount of money. And I feel like gaming developers these days want to pad all this extra stuff in their game because, of course, gamers won't buy a shorter title. Gamers won't buy a good game. But people bought Telltale games. Telltale failed not because people weren't buying their games or didn't enjoy their titles. Telltale failed because they didn't upgrade their technology. They were putting out buggy games over and over. They took on too much debt. They didn't have enough funding for everything they were trying to accomplish. The Order 18, whatever it was called, was a very short game. People like Jim Sterling, a lot of people I like, a lot of commentators out there were saying, oh, it was too short, you don't get your money's worth. But me and my friends played through that game as adults working. We got our time's worth. We enjoyed the Order. We had fun with that game. We had fun with what the game was for what it was. It was simple as that. It was not that it was the best game ever. It's just that the game was okay for the situation that it was. Look at this stupid bug in freaking Anthem. No HUD, no UI, I can't tell when I'm getting hurt. I just gotta fly around, hope I don't get hit. Everything just bugged the heck out. I'm not playing Anthem right now too, so I'm just... This boss in Anthem, right? When he first came out, he must have had like 10 million health. This guy took freaking forever to kill. This boss was outrageous long on the amount of time it took to kill this stupid ass boss. And this is the type of thing that I felt just want to pad our time. Why are you doing this? Why are you making a boss take 20 minutes to kill? For what reason? Might as well make the boss take 10 minutes to kill, because we already spent 10 to 15 minutes just getting up to the boss. It's annoying. Players quit out in the middle of the boss. It's gotten so bad that players literally don't bother fight the boss anymore in this game. Think about there is a game where players would load into a mission, go through the process of killing the mini bosses up to the mission, collect their loot along the way, get to the big bad boss, what guarantees some loot drops and guarantees, that you're gonna get a chest after the word. Actually, not a chest, so you can open up. It's a Legion chest, it's not guaranteed, but if you don't have the key, but guarantee that you're gonna get at least two loot drops and maybe a legendaries. And players legit, because the boss has so much health and is so time consuming, not hard. Listen to this carefully. This boss is not hard. He's not a difficult enemy to kill. He's a very easy enemy to kill. Even on the hardest difficulty, he just wastes your time. And I understand playtime matters in this new generation. Everybody wants to have our attention these days. Microsoft wants to talk about playtime for their Xbox Live service. How many people are playing Sea of Thieves? But how many people are enjoying what they're playing of Sea of Thieves? Or are they just playing it because they already sunk some times in it? Is it a sunk fallacy? Because I spent $60 in the game, because I'm playing for Game Pass $10 a month, I might just some people are just like, I gotta play this game because I already have it. Me, it kind of has me a while with Anthem. I am playing Anthem because God damn it, I like the flying. I just can't not say I do. I absolutely love the flying. I love the feeling of being Iron Man. I love zooming around besides tree in this. in this beautiful environment. I hate that I like it so much that I will deal with so many other bullshits to play this game. I will deal with a lot to play. But thankfully, a day before the article, seriously guys, I'm not making this up, I decided I was done. I just couldn't take it anymore because I just realized that it's just not... Things were so broken with this game. Somebody made a post on Reddit about a week ago that explained how to fix one of the biggest bugs in the game. That post only got 100 and something upvotes, and I couldn't believe that it only got that much. And the only reason I found that post is because somebody else linked it to me when I shared an issue that I had with the game with one of my clips. Like sometimes I share some of these bugs I have gotten in the game just so hopefully the developers can see them and go ahead and fix them, right? So I shared this clips and somebody said you have to go through these steps, you have to delete this, and do this in the game, swap loadouts, and it will go ahead and make sure that your pilot data and everything is good and make sure that everything is correct, right? And I just thought about this, wait, I have to do all this every single time I load up the game and to ensure that everything's okay until the developers actually go ahead and fix it. And a lot of people in the comments of that post were like, yo, this is stupid, why would you go through and do all this crap? The guy was like, well, if you want to make sure your loot, your health, and everything else to help fix a health bug is correct, you have to go through this stupid process. And I think he got a lot of downvotes because I've posted a lot of videos what I feel like should get thousands of upvotes to show the developers these are problems, but people, the fanboys, are dedicated. They are dedicated. There's even a subreddit called Low Sodium Anthem. They're dedicated to downvoting criticism on the game. Yes, there's a lot of criticism on the subreddit, but it's just the majority, so some stuff get it right, but videos and certain things, they will downvote it if you don't get it up there quickly at the right time. My point to the situation is, this person who figured out a way to fix the game and so players could play better was getting downvoted, was getting questioned, like, why would you do this? Just play the game. Well, people want to play the game at the best possible way. So why does it go back to me why I stopped playing the game 2 days ago before even the article came out, right? I went ahead, did everything this guy said. And I felt like, wow, this does go around some of those bugs that was happening. I do feel like I'm dying less. This is going out pretty well. It's annoying having to do this whole entire stupid process, but I will do it to enjoy the game. What happens when I get to the boss? The game crashes. The game crashes. And I just thought to myself, so now I have to load back up the game, do this stupid process again to have everything fixed so I could enjoy the game in a better state because the developers rushed the game out and only really had like maybe 2 years to really confine the game to what it was. We all know, like, because of Jason Schreier article, which I will ask them, you guys want me to do a more level-headed discussion on some of the topics in there, because there's so much stuff to say about that article, but I just want to rant. This, like, if you stop watching the video already, it doesn't matter. I just wanted to come on here and just rant, because this is so much stuff about this game that pisses me off, that I feel like it's wrong with the gaming industry as a whole. Padding out your stupid game and just having server crashes that make me want to load back. When I thought about loading, I was like, why am I going to load back into this game and do all this again? If they can't keep this servers up, if I'm going to have to keep on dealing with this, why should I bother? And I said, that was it. I was like, why should I do that when we got Borderlands? Like, why am I bothering with any of that when Borderlands is right there, ready for me to play? I could just go play some Borderlands. Just have some fun with Borderlands. A good game that I already own that has co-op with friends. Like, why am I bothering? Most of this time, this stuff is with me and my friends. But my friends are like, okay, let's move on to Borderlands. But I'm like, I'll play some of this right now, but I don't want to spoil myself because Borderlands 3 is coming out. And we always have a game we're playing together. We're not going to buy Division 2 right now. I'm just not. We've decided all this stuff is pissing us off too much with freaking Destiny 2, the Division 1. Yeah, we play them all. What's it called again? Anthem, Fallout 76. All this first 4 months of these games are just riddled with server issues and problems. Yes, Division 2 is fairly decent right now, but it still had server. Let's just wait a few months and wait till they iron out most of this crap out, then pick up the game. And that's what we're doing. But along the way, I just need to let everybody know watching this who might become a game developer, might work in the gaming industry, might become an advisor to game studios. That's even a job as well, where instead of you making the games, you could advise gaming studios on how to go out about and making games. I've seen a lot of gaming, reviewers do that, or you could do mock reviews. And mock reviews was something they did for Anthem. They thought they were going to get a 7. They didn't expect to get a 55 on Metacritic, where most of the people who reviewed it negatively. They had like one positive review. They didn't expect that. They expected it to be a lot better than it was. But I'm here to say is, if you become one of the people doing those mock reviews, if you become somebody who's advising game studios, if you become a game developer, don't do padded in your game. Don't pad out your game in time on boring missions that just drag thing out. Make sure the mission design is fun. If you need your game to be longer, whatever you do to make it longer, it can't feel like a pad. The word pad is dumb. The fact that they thought of putting time gates in their missions to forcibly make people not be able to complete missions. What? That's a mobile game situation. That's playing a stupid mobile game that says you can't open up a chest for the next 5 hours to an hour to 24 hours unless they give you money. That's that Command and Conquer mobile game, which if you guys have never seen my video about the Command and Conquer mobile game, I would highly suggest you go watch my video on Command and Conquer mobile from EA and look at some of their 24 hours timers they had in that game where I checked it out. That's the type of thing that I should have expected from EA, that I should have expected from Bioware. That's the type of thing that we just don't need in the gaming industry. I don't want that. I don't want to have to wait a zillion years to enjoy the game that I want to be very clear. I didn't spend money on this game, so I just want to be very clear on that. I know this is even worse for people out there who spend $80, $60. I could be upset about something even when I don't spend money on it. I feel like that's a valid thing for somebody like me who talks about video games all the time. But it doesn't matter. This is right. It's right. I'm not. That's it, guys. I'm just upset about this stuff. I just want to play a good game with whatever length of time with the content provided. It's been such a long time that I've bought a game or played a game and I felt like it was too short or I didn't get my money's worth. Of course there have been games I played I didn't feel like getting my money's worth, but for the time. It's usually not the length of the game that's my issue. It's usually game mechanics, the story they told. Those are the things that I usually criticize and make me not enjoy your game. It's not. It is 100% not that your game was in 60 hours with 1,000 side activities. That's usually not what it is. Fallout 76, I know a lot of people are like, oh, it has no end game content. It doesn't have this. That's not my problem with Fallout 76. I have a lot more core problems with that game than that we have to fight the Scorched Beast as an end game content a million times. Frick. Truthfully, there's so much stuff to do in Fallout 76, even on release compared to Anthem. It's actually astonishing. A lot of people complain about content in Fallout 76, but there's enough stuff to do on your own that I made it fun. In Anthem, finding your own fun is not happening. The game is not set up to just go around the open world and have fun. It's not like that. It's not that type of open world. It's not the GTA. It's not the Fallout open world type stuff. It's not the RPG. It's meant to... I can't even believe that they thought to call this thing an RPG. What kind of RPG elements does Anthem even have? Nothing. Yeah. I hear damn well ranting about this damn game when there's great games like Borderlands out there that they could have freaking looked at as inspiration. They didn't want to look at Destiny. They didn't want to... The executives at EA did not want to look at Destiny. They were afraid of the word Destiny. What are you thinking? That's your competition. You're making a looter shooter. Even if you think it's more for RPG, you have to at least look at the mistakes that Destiny has made in the last few years and learn from them. I hope 2K, I hope Gearbox looked at Destiny, looked at The Division, looked at Anthem, and just realized some of the mistakes that they have made and not to make the same mistakes. I'm not saying they're making the same type of game, but sure as hell, you could learn. I could even say this. If I was the sensible YouTuber. I would actually look at Layman Gaming, I would look at Young Yao, the Rich Review Tech USA, the boogies out there, and start making videos on a consistent basis every other day or every day or anytime big news stories come up. But I don't. Because I just want to talk. I want to rant. I just want to do what I want to do. But this is the difference between me running my YouTube channel like this and the difference between somebody like Bioware doing that. Bioware is making a game for millions of players and that they're going to spend $60 for. Everybody watching this video didn't pay a cent for this. I don't have a donation link in the bottom of the description of this. Nobody, well, I guess I technically am part of the YouTube community thing. What is it called? Memberships? No one has ever even given me $1 for that, so I don't even know if that thing works. I think like right below the view count button or something like that. The view count. There's like a membership thing where you could donate. But like how I've never gotten $1. Like no one's paying for this. I'm not requesting money to pay for it. Y'all probably watching this with ad block on or something. So I'm putting this out there free when I feel like coming on here and ranting about the gaming industry, ranting about stupid things in Anthem. So for me, being random and just doing it when I enjoy it, because this is not my, like, you know, the thing I do every single day for money. This is not what I do on this YouTube channel. The few hundred people is going to see this one specific video is not going to pay for everything in my life. So for me, it could be whatever. I'll upload a video right now, and then the next video I'll upload might be a week from now, or it could be tomorrow, or it could be an hour from now. I don't need to play around with YouTube algorithm, because at this point I'm just doing it because I want to talk to you guys and let the few people that do listen to me hear what I'm saying, to not pad out their games, not put these stupid mobile game crap into their $60 AAA games. I want the little guys out there who do listen to me to hear me on this stuff. The gamers, the core people who watch somebody like me. Because if you're watching somebody like me to this point in this video, you're just a gamer. You're somebody who enjoys playing game. You like talking about the video game industry. You just like hearing some real shit. This is just some real shit. This is just some normal dude talking to you about game. I'm not filtering myself. I'm not afraid to say the word fucking, get demonetized, or get the ad. What does it matter? I'm just going to say what I need to say right now. And that's basically it. And that's been your daily rant from your boy Beaky. Anthem was a disappointment. There's so much more stuff to be said about it. I was going to do a full review, but at this point, what's the point? What's the point of me reviewing Anthem? Everybody already knows it's not what it lived up to be. Me doing a review with just putting a number or a score on it. I just did probably like a 40-minute video just ranting on this game. Really do. Shout out to Jason Schreier and Kotaku. Kotaku is not my favorite website out there for sure. But when Jason Schreier comes out with a piece well researched in the gaming industry like that, people should take notice. I'll link his piece down in the description below, and you guys can go check him out. And that'll be it for today, guys. Be here with the Untitled Game Show. If you dislike it, feel free to dislike it. If you like it, like it. If you want to see more of my videos, there should be links right over here from YouTube. The top one will be the video that YouTube recommends that you guys watch. The bottom one will be a video I recommend you guys watch because I like this video. Actually, this video, if you guys want to see my review styles, this will be my review of Mario, the Mario game on Switch, whichever one it is. But it's a Mario game on Switch. I really like that review. Go check it out, guys. Till next time, peace the heck out. God, please don't pad out your damn games. Don't do it.